what is the one thing that Belichick is going to try and take away from Philadelphia? And I mentioned, the one offensive person that Belichick's going to try and take away is Zach Ertz. And then I thought about it in the commercial break, and I thought that the one guy that Belichick is going to do his damnedest to somehow take away, it's got to be Fletcher Cox. Wouldn't you think, Steve? That's the one guy that can change the game more than anybody else. Yes?
No, but it's hard to do that because Fletcher, you can double him, and you can lean your center that way and help with the guard and center on Fletcher Cox.
Right.
But they do move him around a little bit. What a defensive line that the Philadelphia Eagles have, because he's the best one. Fletcher Cox, the best one. But then, there's nothing wrong with Timmy Jernigan and Vinnie Curry and Brandon Graham. And you're talking about Chris Long having a heck of a game. They've got guys over there that other teams wish they had starting, and they're in the rotation over there with the Eagles' defensive front. But Fletcher Cox is unstoppable. It reminds me of Jerome Brown when they had him playing with Reggie White in there. Yeah, and so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes.
If Bill Belichick calls up Nick Saban, because they're buddies, they work together, right? And says, all right, Nick, just let's talk through, defending RPOs, because Nick in college has to do it all the time, right? And they do it themselves. So getting that kind of information, because you can see where the NFL defenses don't see it all that much like they do in college, and it's been very productive for the Eagles. So I wouldn't be surprised if the defensive coaches from the Patriots have a couple conversations with some college guys just to get some tips on how to do this.
So then what do you think they would be able to do then to try and stop that RPO offense that you say is the most, would you say, a highly tweaked version of this West Coast offense that you know well?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I have a good answer for that, because, if you play coverage, if you soften your linebackers and your nickel guys and take away those slants, because they've completed more slants in the playoffs than most teams have all year. And that's part of that RPO package where they're sticking it in there on the inside zone with the back. And if the linebackers stay hunkered down in there, they'll pull it and throw it. But I don't know if you say, hey, let them run the ball, because some of these guys, they're pretty darn good at running the football, and then you don't, LeGarrette Blount is a beast, and Ajayi is a beast, and then Corey Clement, where'd he come from? He's a free agent, and this guy's really something, man. This is I like the way how this team has been put together. Howie Roseman did a nice job putting this football team together.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.